Wow, you aren't kidding. The TNA Asylum, never been more aptly named. Let's go to the taglines for the NWA Tag Team Championship matchup. In Monty, Brown, and Abyss, we're seeing the formation of a team that not only intimidates through size and power, but also through their out-of-control actions. Let's talk about the Goldie factor. Goldilocks has shown that she wields a form of power or control over Abyss that we hadn't seen before. She's brought them together, but can she make sure that they can communicate? With the tag titles at stake, it boils down to AMW, looking to exploit their knowledge of each other after 2 years as a team, while Brown and Abyss will rely on their size and weight advantage.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first of all the challengers. First of all from Detroit, Michigan, he is the Alpha Male, Monty Brown.
He remains unbeaten since returning to TNA. The former National Football League linebacker has used his devastating pounce in defeating every opponent put in his path. Tonight, we'll see if the Alpha Male and the Monster Abyss can put it together as a team and capture the NWA World's Tag Team Championship belts.
And his tag team partner, being led to the ring by Goldilocks, standing 6'8", he is the Monster Abyss.
Well, in the Monster Abyss and Goldilocks, you are looking at 2/3 of one of the strangest triangles that we've ever seen. You might recall last Wednesday, Goldie described her past relationship with Eric Watts. She concluded it started over love and it ended over money. Earlier, we saw Eric Watts looking for Vince Russo because he's ready to accept Goldie's challenge, money versus contract in a match with Abyss.
And their opponents, they are the current reigning and defending NWA Tag Team Champions of the World. They are the team of Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris. They are America's Most Wanted.
They've reunited. They returned to the tag team division with a bang back on our debut Impact show. Chris Harris and James Storm not only won the NWA World Tag Team titles for a 4th time, but they proved to Kid Cash, they proved to Dallas, they proved to the wrestling world they're the best team in TNA today. How about last Wednesday? They beat the NYC in their first title defense, but Don, tonight, it's got to be one of the toughest physical challenges of their careers.
Think about this tag team that they're facing. Who would have ever thought that you could get Monty Brown, the Alpha Male, and the Monster Abyss together if these two can work together? They could be the most destructive tag team we've ever seen, and I'm going to tell you something. AMW is going to have to rely on their teamwork. They're going to have to rely on quick tags. They're going to have to rely on everything that they've learned in years of TNA to beat this force that they're up against.
Receiving word from the back from Scott Hudson that Jeff Jarrett, he continues to refuse to talk with Scott Hudson. He will not address the situation, either the guitar shot on Vince Russo earlier tonight or next week's title defense against Ron the True Killings. What's up with Jarrett?
Are you surprised? I'm not. You always will do the unexpected, as you see right here is Cowboy James Storm getting into a headlock with the Alpha Male. I'm telling you right now, what about that kind of team that they're going to be able to go one-on-one with as far as brute strength? You know what I mean, Mike? I mean, they're going to have to use their quickness on these guys.
They're going to have to rely on their quickness, on the familiarity that they have with each other, on the teamwork, Don, that we've seen from AMW over the course of the past 2 years.
Look at the power of Monty Brown as he just flings James Storm back into the turnbuckle.
The way I look at it, it's pretty much a survival game here for AMW. They have to survive this kind of attack from the Alpha Male, Monty Brown, here in the early going.
One thing about it, we see right here, one thing about AMW is they adapt very well as a match goes on. These two will adapt and do what it takes. As you see Storm, again, almost got a quick roll up.
Almost.
That's what I'm talking about.
Had that inside inside package pin attempt on the alpha male, and he almost put him away.
Monty Brown right now, this is the first time really that Monty Brown has gotten in the ring action with a force like AMW, a force that four-time tag team champions.
And Monty Brown,
well, he wants to brawl. Monty Brown wants to brawl.
You're not kidding, he does.
Look at there.
Check out the Tennessee Cowboy.
Get back in the ring, Monty Brown. This is where it's going to happen, right here.
Inviting the alpha male to come back and get a piece of this. Monty Brown trying to tear apart the asylum, going all over the building. Finally comes back in over the guardrail.
James Storm not taking the bait right there. That's the last thing you want to do is get out in the crowd and brawl with the alpha male. That's exactly where he feels comfortable. Now he makes a tag to the Monster Abyss. Communication here is something that I'm going to be watching because I don't know if anybody other than Goldie can communicate to Abyss. And again, Storm takes advantage of the opportunity.
Boy, your timing was great. Talked about communication, and you saw the miscommunication between Abyss and Monty Brown, but then Abyss just, wow, turns his attention to Storm and goes right back to the power game. Tennessee Cowboy connects. Caught Abyss with the enziguri, going to turn it over to the Wildcat.
Oh, this is perfect because he's got Abyss reeling. That's when the Wildcat comes in with a little bit more size. Coming off the top ropes.
Double axe handle blow off the top from one side of the six-sided ring. Heads to the other. Oh, man.
You know, we just saw the power of Dallas. Well, let me tell you something. This Monster Abyss has got about 50 pounds on Dallas.
Yeah, very similar in height, 6'8", but you're right, 350 pounds behind those repeated kicks to the chest of Chris Harris as Goldilocks looks on. Got to be happy at this point.
Got her briefcase, which seems to go with her everywhere she goes.
Yeah, filled with money. A lot of people are saying, including Eric Watson, that that's his money.
I agree. I think it's Eric Watson's money.
Out of the corner goes Harris. Shot off into the turnbuckles, but Chris is able to move out of the way and watch those repeated lefts.
Oh, look at him now. Right, left as he's just pounding on him. That's what you got to do. You can't let up. You can't let up for a second with the Monster Abyss. We've seen it. He can turn it around so quick.
Harris able to take advantage as Abyss telegraphed the body drop, and then Abyss turns right around and elevates Harris high into the air.
You see how high he had him in the air?
Just overpowered him, drove him down to the mat, and turns things over to the Alpha Man.
I don't care who you are. The higher up you are and the farther you fall, the more it hurts. Oh, as you see Monty Brown, good move here. Monty Brown. Yeah, watch how high he gets him here in the air. Look at this.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, take into consideration, too, that Wildcat Chris Harris is 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Oh.
You're 240 pounds as we see first Abyss assault him, and then now you see the alpha male, Monty Brown, continue the attack from the challengers.
Oh, what a right there by Monty Brown. It even hurt his right hand a little bit as he caught the chin. Oh, wait, the Wildcat, does he have it here? Let's look at the strength of the Wildcat, but he can't get him up in the air, and Monty Brown just levels him.
And now Monty with the double underhook and a try and butterfly. Take him over with the suplex.
Well, that caught him right on the hip, too. As you can see, arching up there is the pain. But Monty Brown not going to give him a minute.
Monty Brown goes right back to the attack. Snapmare on Harrison. Turns things over now to the Monster Abyss. Great teamwork here. It was one of the things that we questioned going in. How would they be able to communicate, number one? But would they have the same flow in terms of teamwork as we've seen from AMW, and so far so good from Abyss and Brown?
Good point, Mike, and that's exactly what you've got to have to beat AMW. I don't care who you are out there. These guys are too good. But if you have that kind of communication and that kind of teamwork, well, that puts you just at the same level as they are, and one thing they do have is the size and the power.
And that's exactly what they're exploiting in this match. The advantage that they have in terms of that size and power, and it's turned the match in their favor.
Boy, you look at this. You said it, man. Another quick tag. Obviously, Goldie's been some kind of a communication with Monty Brown. Monty Brown being able to talk to Abyss through her, because he's doing everything that you would expect in a tag team partner.
And again, your timing's great, because as we look and see Goldilocks looking on from the ring entrance ramp, she seems awfully confident at this point of the match.
Keeping her distance, but obviously her plan is going correctly. As you see Monty Brown right now bringing the rights on the Wildcat Chris Harris, as he needs to get a tag. Something that AMW is so good at is the quick tags, and we've not seen it here tonight.
Brown charges at Harris. catches it with a cross-body in the corner, and now communicating with Abyss. They've got some kind of a double team move plan.
Chris Harris had enough time to read it and get out of the way, Mike.
That time it backfired, and maybe their communication isn't so good.
Again!
One step ahead is the Wildcat Chris Harris. Can he get Storm in? Yeah, there's the tag.
As Abyss only had one direction, and that was forward. And the Wildcat, because the ring, the six-sided ring, so much bigger, he had time to get out of the way.
Duck of the clothesline, the wild shot by Brown.
Oh, what a move by the Cowboy!
Snapped it off. Here he goes at Abyss. Ducks the clothesline.
Again, another one!
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors by the Tennessee Cowboy.
Oh, man!
Storm
No
challenges
fear.
Brown. Get to your feet. The alpha male is up. Storm sets. Gonna take Monty Brown in.
And he throws him right through the ropes out of the ring.
But he turned his back on Abyss. And there goes Storm. James gonna try. Well, look at this. Skin the cat back in.
Oh, he does, and he takes Abyss out.
Used his leg strength again to take Abyss to the floor. James gonna fly.
And there he goes, but look at this.
Too much power.
Right
Too
here
much
comes the Wildcat. Down on top of the pin.
slingshot crossbody blocked by Harris. Takes down, well, both his tag partner, Storm, as well as Brown and Abyss took all three out.
As you can see the disappointment in Goldie's face right there, but that was a great move. He knew he was using his partner, but he had to use the momentum. Otherwise, they were going to slam his
Back in
partner.
the ring. Storm on Brown. No, just two. James right back at it, but Monty Brown puts on the brakes. And neckties him down across the knee.
That's the strength of Monty Brown. I'm going to tell you something.
Pin attempt, near leg hook, and shoulder up by Storm at two.
Think how good Monty Brown is, and then think how raw Monty Brown is. Think about a guy that, as each day goes, he's just going to get better and better. And when you look at the physical strength of Monty Brown, I mean, there's, what did he tell us, like 2% body fat? Something like that.
Tonight, looking to win the NWA World Tag Team titles. In the future for the alpha male Monty Brown, he feels like he deserves a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Much like we heard from D'Lo Brown earlier tonight, they're lining up once again. The top contenders, the top competitors, all gunning for the biggest prize in our sport, that NWA World Heavyweight title.
I mean, think about it. The tag team titles everybody wants. The X Division titles everybody wants. And everybody wants the heavyweight championship belt. I mean, TNA, the total nonstop action is unbelievable week in and week out as he makes the tag to the Monster Abyss. And Storm is caught in no man's land over there. A long way from Wildcat Chris Harris.
I think it was a good move by Storm there to hook onto that top rope and avoid the double team from Brown and Abyss. But, boy, you see now where Abyss has got James in trouble on the far side of the ring. That's a long ways away from the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh, what a blow there by Abyss as he just slams that powerful palm right into the chest, and now grinding the foot into the chest and the neck of Cowboy James Storm.
Complexion of this matchup once again has swung in the favor of the challengers. Abyss tags in Monty Brown.
Have you noticed how much quicker they have been on their tags than AMW?
Really the opposite of what we expected. To the ropes goes Storm.
Look at the power. Look at this.
Again, went for the crossbody. Again caught in mid. Wow. Drops him across the knee, elevates him, tosses him overhead.
Just flings him.
Gonna take him up a second time. Oh, back drop suplex. Dropped him on the back of his head that time.
I'll tell you right now, Monty Brown and Abyss have a total advantage. And the fact is that James Storm's been out there an awful long time. Whereas we were talking about Abyss and Monty Brown been making so many tags, there's so much pressure, and Wildcat Chris Harris is dying to get back into the ring.
And keep in mind that they're one pounce away, or they're one black hole slam away from winning the NWA World Tag Team titles. Storm able to spring off the ropes.
He does the counter it, and he slams Monty Brown into the mat.
Time to mount an offensive. First, he drives Monty face first to the mat. Now he needs to get
He's on the
to
wrong
the
side. He's on the wrong side. He's looking for him. Wait a minute. What? Scott Hudson's talking to Goldie.
What's going on here? What's Hudson doing?
He's telling her to come to the back. I have no earthly idea what he's doing.
I mean, we have seen that Eric Watts has been positioned with that table, wanting to have a contract signing next to Hudson throughout the show.
Well, that's just weird there. I don't know what. We'll see if we can find out what that's all about.
That to the action. Inside the ring, look out, duck of the clothesline, and now the Wildcat's gonna fight back.
Using those lefts, and again, the Wildcat's fresh. But really so's Abyss because he hasn't had to wear himself out in there long periods of time.
Shot off into the ropes. Went for the back body drop. Harris caught him with the boot.
Got it, 1, 2, look at him blow the blows down.
Took him down with the Thez press. Reigns in the left, but here comes the alpha male in illegally.
Have a referee, Rudy Charles, ain't gonna get in the middle and tell him to stop. Did you see him spring off the ropes?
Left arm lariat by Harris. Storm comes across. He clotheslines Abyss to the floor.
It's all broken loose right here. You can see.
Harris is going to try and take him out.
Oh, look at this.
Go for the suplex.
Does.
High vertical suplex. Pin attempt.
1,
Got 2.
No.
Still life left in the alpha male Monty Brown, and still life left in the challengers.
I'll tell you what, the Wildcat Chris Harris is looking at him. You can see he's prepared. He's just setting him up. Here he goes.
Catatonic.
Catatonic. No, he doesn't have enough.
Didn't have enough strength to wind him up and drive him down.
Here goes the pounce, and he catches it.
There it is. The pounce from Monty Brown, the former NFL linebacker. The move that's been so important in keeping his abuse streak alive. But Storm measured him, and Storm caught him with the super kick. Abyss in.
Great move as Abyss now has him. Abyss has got Storm with a throw. Oh, no, here he goes. Slams him down.
Choke slam down, pin attempt.
1, 2, no.
Storm kicks out at 2. It's a miracle.
Abyss can't believe it. Abyss can't believe it.
The body language from Abyss, it's almost as if, what more can I do?
Yeah, well, he's going to try it again as he pulls Storm to his feet here.
Gonna try and take him up in the torture rack up on their shoulders.
He's got him up there, and he's just, there's nothing Storm can do as he fights out of it.
Storm kicking and able to break the
Another
torture rack.
kick.
Super kick rocks Abyss. Maintains his balance by holding on the rope. Spear by Harris. He jumped off the back of his own partner Storm to connect with the spear with extra impact on
Wait a minute,
Abyss.
what's going on right here? Wait a minute, who is that?
See, it's a natural.
The Naturals, get him out of there.
Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. But you know what this is? They're going into business for themselves, Don. They throw the powder and now they attack, and the referee calls for the bell.
Oh, God, this is what a match we were in the middle of.
Yeah, this is all about the Naturals, trying to make a statement, trying to send a message to TNA management that they don't belong in that gut check list.
Oh, yeah, you can tell they're obviously coming out here to send a message. Well, they said it. Wait a minute, they're coming here to the table.
Referee called for the bell and a disqualification in this match.
They're grabbing
AMW
Storm and Harris's clothes.
Taking the ring attire of AMW are the Naturals. That's not yours.
Come on, put him back.
Look at me.
Oh, look
Hey,
at
where's
this.
the mirror? Where's the mirror?
Now
I need a
mimicking
mirror.
him.
Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas stealing the ring gear. Wait a minute, we got an argument going on in the back. Scott, are you there?
Oh yeah! I'm gonna own you! Nothing grab me and don't even talk to me like
I'm gonna get my money back.
It's
You wanna
not
do
your
this?
money, and you know
You wanna
darn
do
well
this?
it's not your
I'll
money.
do any
I don't
contract,
wanna
any
do it.
match.
No. I'm gonna so much as own you. Own you. Do you understand? And this is not your stinking money.
You don't own anything,
You're
woman.
an evil
You've always taken
reptile.
everything.
You're an evil reptile and you slither around.
Got a best. Come on, God, get him back.
It's not your money! It's not your money!